Hey everyone, today I will be reviewing this cute little set. It's called the Lino Cutter and Stamp Carving Kit. So I have never carved stamps before, and I thought we could do this together so you will see how, good or bad this thing is. So I will show you how I played with it and tell you my opinions as we go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, all those good things, and let's get to it. So let's start with taking a closer look at what you get in this kit. I usually find with these type of products, you want to get started with something, you don't want to spend too much money, so you find something cheap that includes everything, and then you end up buying better things later. But I have to say, in this case, I definitely think this is enough for me. And I'll try to tell you why. So this thing cost me €9 on Amazon Germany. I am in Austria. I'm guessing the prices are similar in the US, but this is a product from Great Britain, from what I can see. So I'm sure there are comparable items in the US. I will try to link you to whatever I can in the description box. So not surprisingly, this whole thing feels kind of, cheap. It's made of plastic. Nothing, you wouldn't expect with such a affordable product, let's call it like this. So I actually really liked the whole container part. I love the fact that you have a place to store all these different carving tips, because I am very messy and, things just get lost in my room. So this is definitely a feature I like. I found it kind of easy to use. You take apart the thing, then you can use that red handle as your carving tool, and then when you're done, you just close up the whole thing. So that worked really well. Now, I have no prior experience. I've never carved my own stamp, and you have to be careful because I injured myself pretty fast. Now, it's true that I'm probably a little more clumsy and accident prone than the average person, but you got to be careful. So that carving tool went into my finger, and so it needs a little, of course, there is some skill needed. You definitely need to play with this a little bit until you feel comfortable and you know which angle works best, how much pressure to apply, and all those things. But I definitely think if you're an absolute beginner and you want to play a little bit with these, you can pick up this tool and create some fun stamps. And I really enjoyed this process. There we go. It went into my finger. Okay. If you're scared of blood, I'm sorry. What I didn't like is this piece of cardboard that holds your stamp. It does hold it in place, but if you want to carve the outer edges, you're going to go into that cardboard thing and it's going to get messed up. So I don't know if there's like a better solution. I really didn't go into all the different supplies you can use because I don't think I'll be carving tons and tons of stamps. So I just wanted something fast, cheap, and easy to use. And you get like different tips here. So you get wider ones that are better for larger areas. I'm really sorry about my bloody finger. There I go. I actually went and got a band-aid. So I really apologize, but that's life, and you should also be careful if you're using this. So there are different kind of tips. I'm not exactly sure. Some looked very weird. I have to look into them, but you can use the smaller ones for smaller areas and then the larger ones for larger areas. Make sure you use some sort of like a pencil or some permanent ink to draw your stamp design. I didn't really pay attention, so I used what I actually thought was a permanent pen, but it got like all over my hands, and yeah, so there's another tip for you. As for the carving, it is one of those things that, you can switch your brain off, and it's quite, I think once you get the hang of it, which didn't take a long time for me at least, and I would consider myself crafty, but I think everyone who's like used to some sort of craft and using their hands for more delicate work, I think you will find this. I think the learning curve for creating simple stamps is, it's pretty fast, and you can get there pretty fast. So all in all, I really enjoyed playing with this. One more thing I want to say about this particular set. You're supposed to be able to kind of stick your stamp once it's done, stick it to this tool and use it kind of like a stamp. But that didn't really work for me. I think the adhesive is not strong enough, or something didn't work there. And yeah, that particular feature of this set didn't work for me, at least, at all. So I can't say that was a big success. Yeah, what I have done, I did carve a few of these. They stamped rather nicely, although I think the material that comes with this set, these circles that you see, I really like the circular design. I love circles, and I love using them as an element in my art journaling and scrapbooking and everything. But I think this particular material for me was a little bit too firm. So I did pick up at my local art store just some softer like blocks that you can carve into, and hopefully these will work better for me. But these also stamped okay, and I think the image turned out pretty good. It was really fun to play with these, and I got the idea for this, or the mojo to attempt this. Here I go, trying to use this as a stamp, like this tool that comes in the kit, and yeah, it was like falling. I'm sorry, it's a little bit out of frame, but I'm trying to show you. So it stamped nicely. I think the best is to use some sort of foam underneath your surface that you're stamping on, just to get the best impression. Yeah, so that thing was falling off, and now I'm just trying to use it with my hands and no stamping block. As I started saying before, I got the idea to play with this from this book that I reviewed, the Rae Missigman book, which I have a review on my channel. I will link you to that here on the upper right corner of the screen. You can go and see that. And she does some stamp carving in one of her tutorials. So that's what I wanted. And then I decided to do some just like freehand carving of simple patterns like stripes, and I'm going to attempt a face also. What I really like about this, first of all, you can create your own simple designs in a much more affordable way than buying stamps. Stamps are expensive, and I love to use a variety of things. So for me, it's kind of annoying to buy sets with sort of like basic shapes. And for that, I feel these types of supplies really shine, because you can create, stripes and dots and backgrounds and all those things very easily, and it will cost you a fraction of the cost of ready-made, rubber stamps. So I really, really like this for that. Also for myself, because I want to do as much art that is completely original without using products by other artists, this is a great way to do that. So I can use my own designs, carve my own stamps, and then I can, maybe offer printables of these things without worrying about copyright issues. So for that, I definitely think it's worth doing your own stamp carving. Now, I've done this in the past. I've used these foam sheets to create my own stamps, and that also works really well, but you can't carve into these super thin foam sheets. If you were thinking about that, I was, because I had these on hand and I didn't have any other type of carving material. So I thought about doing that. I'm just showing you another way you can create your own designs, but that didn't work with that carving tool. So video is coming to an end. All in all, I really enjoyed this. I think it's a good value. I think it's a good product. It feels a bit cheap, but it is cheap. So not a lot to lose in case you don't use it as much. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.